Hello, Acres of Diamonds audience. This is Scott Gibbs. I'm here with co-founder DJ Lagori, and we are here for Daily Diamond number 41. We're going to mix it up a little bit. We get a lot of questions about what Acres of Diamonds really is and what our vision for it is. And candidly, our vision keeps evolving. It started out pretty simple. We just wanted to go into classrooms and help young people realize their greatness, and we wanted to do some one-to-one coaching. But as we've found success doing that, we've our vision is growing. So I wanted to ask DJ, and I just asked him for the first time in a long time today. DJ, what is your biggest, grandest vision of Acres of Diamonds and what it could grow into?
What a beautiful question. What a beautiful question. But
well, thank you.
My biggest, grandest vision of Acres of Diamonds, I believe, is an outlet. And it's an opportunity for people to have discussions with other people regarding good things about their lives or different perspectives about their lives. I actually talked to Jack Anton this week about it and asked him, what was one of his biggest takeaways from going through the program with me? And he said, the opportunity to sit down and have a conversation with somebody. He said, in this day and age, we're constantly texting each other or we're calling each other. He said, the face-to-face meeting or the webinar meeting or things like that, to have the opportunity to get somebody else's perspective on something might not necessarily be there. And Acres of Diamonds was that outlet for me. And so what it made me think more about was how important being asked the right questions were. And a big piece of Acres of Diamonds that both you and I have hit on is that we have this belief that everybody has this greatness within that they might not necessarily know yet. And we refer to them as diamonds. And if you are asked the right questions, who you are, who were you, who are you today, and who do you want to become, things along those lines, deeper questions that you might not have the answer to immediately. But if you dig a little bit, you will find the answer and you'll learn a lot about yourself. You will realize that you'll start to think differently and you'll start to think differently about just about everything. And so in my grand vision of Acres of Diamonds, I want it to be an outlet for people to think differently, for people to realize the opportunities they have in front of them, the next steps that need to be taken for those opportunities, and to think about what do we really want. What do we really want in this world? I've grown up with the saying that no man is guaranteed tomorrow and that life is short. So I don't think most people want to be just an average individual. I think we have so many opportunities to be better and to think about the things that we really want in our lives. And then once we start thinking about those desires, our actions start to become a little stronger. Our feelings start to evolve a little bit. And then all in all, our outcomes become a little bit better. So that is my grand vision of Acres of Diamonds.
So to help people connect to their diamonds, their inherent greatness.
Yes, their inherent greatness that we know that everybody has, and we've seen it in people when we ask them these questions and they light up about it. Once they have, it's so fascinating to watch someone ask somebody a question and they don't know what it is. And you say, keep going, you'll figure it out. And then 45 seconds later to 5 minutes later, they have given you this elaborate answer and they're smiling and they're like, wow, I never even thought that about
smiling or crying.
Or crying. There's a lot of people who, and both are opportunities for them to reflect on those good memories or bad memories.
Yeah.
Because it made
I think what you've done, what we've done with the people also is maybe done some unlearning, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, we all grow up with blank mindsets and we get programmed mindsets over time. And I think we either unprogram or reprogram, help people reprogram their minds to, like you said, to realize they have greatness within them and what the next steps they need to take are to realize that. So that's part of the answer I was looking for from you. I also remember a day that you took on a real big vision of what Acres of Diamonds might be if it were to grow beyond just its current understanding of coaching and stuff like that. would we ever have a building? Would we ever have a physical structure to actually house our classes and stuff like that?
The Acres of Diamonds complex. It was merely an idea, and then you challenged me to put it on a piece of paper, to visualize it. And so one night I spent about 2 to 3 hours drawing and creating basically like a floor plan of a building. And I remember I had it all the way down to where the bathrooms would be located. And I had little fitness centers in there where we would work on our physical attributes, to our physical health, and then we had our classrooms and our meeting areas to where we would work on our mental health and our mental side of thinking. And so this complex kind of housed both this mental and this physical progress that I personally am very passionate about with Acres of Diamonds. I think there's a huge balance between your physical health and your mental health. And I think the more we focus in on our mental health and the decisions that we make, we'll make better decisions about our physical health. So that was kind of that challenge that you had given me to create the Acres of Diamonds complex. I felt like a little architect that night. So
Yeah, I remember you telling me about it, and I remember saying, "Oh my gosh, we could have the coaching classrooms here. We could have this conference room there. We could have massage therapy here. We could have, I mean, it could be an integrated wellness center, right? Not just physical wellness, but mental wellness as well, where anything you need, right? You could have remote offices in there, right? For people that, want to break from working at home. I see it as a combination of, a TSE and a YMCA and, just an all-inclusive, hey, like what's your tagline you like to say?
libraries and weight room, libraries.
So libraries and weight rooms, that would be the essence of it. It'd be, hey, this
Yeah.
is where you go for your libraries and weight rooms, right? This is your haven, if you will.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
no negative mindset shall apply.
Exactly. And simply put, it's an area where you can go to get better than you were yesterday. I
There you
think
go.
I think that's, to simply put it. As soon as you walk through those doors, I even had like employees that were working there, like what their names would be. And I mean, I was getting as specific as I thought I should get, but I was getting a little carried away with things, but I was having way too much fun with it. But it was, it was making me feel like it was real, and it was making me feel like it was something that we will do. So it made me feel good.
Yeah, well, we've talked about it, right? Every man-made thing was created twice, once in the imagination and once physically. So
Yep.
the start is the imagination, DJ. So we started, and I appreciate you walking us through that, because it still excites me to hear you talk about it,
Yep.
and to see you light up when you discuss it. So we're on our way.
We're on our way. Slow and steady.
All right. So next we're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about next? You're going to ask me a couple questions.
I am going to ask you a couple questions. The next steps for Acres of Diamonds, we can call it.
All right.
All right.
Tune in. Thanks.
All right. We'll see you.